Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Grassroots to Glory podcast, the football podcast covering the world's game from the local pitch to the global stage. And that is the first time I have done the intro correctly, because last time I didn't even bother and I bottled it and I just went, welcome, I think. Obviously, I'm with Ben. Say hello. And as you always kindly ask me, what have you been up to this week?
Hello. Thanks for getting the intro right. That's good. Good start. Not a huge amount, to be honest. I've watched a fair few games. I went to Bath City away. It's probably the notable one with Chelmsford City. Picked up the 3 points. It wasn't pretty, but ultimately we come
1-0
away with a win. It's one of them where we played really badly, but managed to scrape through, get 3 points, which is what you want. It's what you want when you're trying to go up. So, yeah, fair enough. And then on to Alv Church in the upcoming Saturday. That'll be good. New ground.
Birmingham way, if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, just south of Birmingham. It's a pain to get there. We're doing the coach with the team, just because it's easier. The train is horrendous for it. You have to go into Birmingham and then back out.
Oof.
It takes like 4.5 hours from where we are, and we didn't fancy that getting back at like 10:30 at night. So we're doing that. Looks good. I think game we should be winning, and then we can go into fourth round qualifying. Hopefully, get through to the first round and get a nice little EFL club away in round one.
That'd be cool. And I also think for clubs like Chelmsford, the financials as well to get you actually into the cup, it's a good boost.
Yeah, 100%.
So
and you get some really good away days out of it. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
That's the hope. That means Dover away will be postponed if we do beat Alv Church, because the fourth round qualifying is on the same weekend. So that means Dover's going to a weekday. I will not be there. Absolutely not. If it's a weekday, I'm not going to Dover on a weekday. I would much rather die. So
call yourself a fan.
Call myself out, not doing Dover. the days of doing that when I did like Bath away and stuff like that, Weymouth away, Torquay away. But no, not doing Dover on a weekday. Not doing it. So
no, that's fair.
Shame on me. But what about you?
You'll just be shunned, mate.
Shunned, banished.
No, not a lot really. I think we had Malden won during the week. They also
Who did they even play?
Stanway Rovers.
Oh yeah.
Cup.
I'm not surprised you won that, to be honest.
Yeah. They drew yesterday as well. I can't remember who they were against. I think is it Wroxham? I think they drew against.
Yeah, is it Norfolk?
But yeah, I think nothing. The thing is, at the moment, where I've been sort of getting ready for as I mentioned last week, this is actually being recorded Monday morning. So because I am tomorrow flying away for my honeymoon, I've been trying to prepare for that and then prepare for this as well. So it's been a bit of a wild week. So I have been trying to pay attention to the results, which we will get into. But in terms of actual things myself, that has been about it really. Nothing overly exciting, I'm afraid. I wish I had some some really exciting stories, and I'm sure that when I'm back, I want to try and get myself to a couple of games again, and get back into the swing of things, I suppose. So, but I guess that leads perfect segue, obviously, into we're just gonna go through some of the results of the weekend. Again, I think you probably agree. There's not really very many results that are surprising. It's been a bit. I don't know what it is at the moment. I don't know if it's the after the international break lull or whatever, but it's been a bit dry.
There's a lot of draws at the moment going on. I think the fixtures aren't the best overall, but we'll go through some because I watched a fair bit, and I will kind of chime in with the ones I did watch.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
put some points. So obviously going through when we left off, the Arsenal, Athletic Bilbao, and the Union Saint-Gilloise and PSV games were ongoing. They did end 2-0 to Arsenal and 3-1 to Union.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Union were about 3-0 up when we finished recording anyway. So no shocks there.
Yeah.
Benfica 2, Karabag 3. That was the game that led to obviously their manager being sacked and being replaced with Mourinho. That's something we'll get into shortly. Bit of a shock, I think. I mean, Karabag, and obviously not the best team, but fair enough. Good win for them. This game was actually quite good. It's a shame I didn't watch it, but Juventus 4, Dortmund 4.
Yes.
I wish I would have watched this one, but I didn't. And 2 goals from Vlahovic and 2 goals in injury time that made it 4-4 as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, when you got Lloyd Kelly scoring, it's you know.
Yeah, I cannot believe he's even there, let alone.
That's not to say he's a bad player. It's it's just a weird one, right?
Juventus? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that looked like a really good game. Just I didn't have it on. Real Madrid 2, Marseille 1. Madrid picking up 3 points with 10 men.
Madrid were bad that game. I caught some of it, and I don't think because it's what's his name in charge in it? Why can't I not think of his name?
Xabi Alonso.
Thank you. My mind went blank. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. They've changed the way they play significantly, and to a point where Vinny's not even like at the top of the pecking order for being picked. And I did catch sort of that at the end of the game, and I think, in all honesty, I think Marseille were unlucky. I don't think the scoreline was sort of, I don't think it was that was what it should have been, sort of thing. I think it could have quite easily been a draw. I just don't think that Madrid are that up to scratch yet. It's not to say they won't be, because it's still Madrid. But yeah, I think it's a different Madrid. It's a different Madrid. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see a potential exit in the Champions League potentially.
Potentially, I don't know. I didn't watch this one, but I did hear that the Madrid weren't amazing.
Yeah.
But maybe is that just such high expectations for them?
Yeah.
Possibly.
That's very true, actually. Yeah, I suppose that's because you look at Madrid and you think, yep, that's a Champions League winning team instantly because of the amount of times they've won it. So
yeah, they've had a really good league start as well. They've won every single game so far. So
yeah, but then
potentially off day.
Yeah, could be. I mean, obviously, the difference is especially La Liga, and I mean, I don't want to get into it, but it's not exactly many amazing teams, so it's not no surprise that they are walking it at the moment. But that's a point for another day.
Tottenham 1, Villarreal 0.
Yeah.
Didn't watch this necessarily, but from what I heard, really boring. There was one shot on target the entire game.
Yeah, the goal's in the 4th minute.
It was an own goal. Yeah.
Yeah, it was dead. It was really, really, really boring. But I don't think Spurs fans will care. I think it's 3 points. It's their first season back into the Champions League for a while, so I don't think they're going to care. I think they could be scrappy as possible.
Yeah, I think something I've noticed with Thomas Frank is that it's not exciting, but they seem anyway a harder team to beat nowadays.
They're settled.
Yeah, I think they're a lot more organised.
And Richarlison's playing well, which is something.
Yeah, he is. He's been scoring
more
goals.
Credit to Frank than I think anything else. Yeah, they seem settled. They seem. It's going to take time, but so far from what we've seen, other than that strange loss they had, what was it, to Bournemouth? At it? No, who was it? They lost 3-0 to. I can't remember now, but
yeah. I don't know.
I think Frank's going to do well at Tottenham. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Some good signings. Xavi Simons, Kudus. Yeah. Some nice signings there.
Kolo Muani through the door now.
Yeah. I think certainly some good signings there going forward.
Yeah,
they do. Well. Yeah.
Especially when they're probably not used to European. Obviously, they had the Europa League last season, but Champions League is different gravy in it. So that's going to help them get through, I think. So I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got on the Wednesday, Olympiacos 0, Paphos 0. Bit of a rivalry there. You've got the Cypriot team and the Greek kind of giants.
Yeah.
Fair play, 10 men, good result for Paphos.
Yep.
Slavia Prague 2, Bodo Glimt 2. A little bit of a kind of fan favourite, Bodo Glimt, since their cup run last year.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about them. I quite like them. I hope they do well. I don't think they will.
I think it's just one of those teams, isn't it? There's always a team in another league that you're like, oh, I quite like them. No idea why, but I just like them.
Yeah, they play with like passion. They're just really, they know they're not like the best team there, but they absolutely give it a go.
Yeah, 100%.
And from a team that's in a little area in Norway, they proper go for it. It's a fair play to them, and they've managed to get a point away.
Yep.
Can't say the same for the rest of their games though. I wish them luck, but I can't imagine they're going to get out of league phase. Then Ajax 0 Inter 2. I don't think there's too much. Turan with 2 goals. Pretty dominant performance, I think.
Yeah.
There. Bayern 3, Chelsea 1. I did watch this one. Chalobah own goal early on, and then Kane scored 2. Palmer did get 1 back, but too late.
I think Chelsea were bad.
Yeah, they weren't great. I think I don't necessarily think they were bad. I think it was just Bayern were a bit too good. I think they just had too much for them. They controlled the game really well and had numerous shots on goal. I think just pretty dominant performance as I predicted. That's actually a score I predicted as well, 3-1.
I think it was, yeah.
But yeah, not bad. I think Chelsea on another day potentially could have got something, but just on the day just weren't good enough.
Yeah, I think you're right. I still think that Maresca's still settling in a bit because last year they were in the conference and now they're fighting on all fronts. It's a very young team. I mean, I know people use that excuse for Arsenal and things like that, but it is a young team, and I think going against Bayern, who obviously are on form at the moment, is always going to be tough. I think we'll see with them. They're either going to finish in the top half in the Prem and do well in the Champions League, or they're going to finish 15th and get dumped out early. I don't think there's going to be an in-between with them.
You think?
Yeah, I just think because the problem is you see Chelsea in the league sometimes and they're absolutely phenomenal and, they're battering people or they're getting battered. There's no, middle ground for them at the moment, I feel like. So they're either going to do really, really well or really, really bad. That's just how I can see it. So I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, it's brave prediction. Fair enough.
I think it's one of the two.
Controversial.
One of the two.
I think they'll be stable. I think they're not quite clearly from this performance. They're not quite good enough to compete with the world's best teams, but I think they're certainly up in that top 4 category. I can't see. I think they're better than the teams below them, like your Newcastles that should be competing, and potentially your Tottenhams. But yeah, time will tell. But yeah, that's a controversial take. 15th potentially. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm not saying exactly 15th, but my point is I feel like they're either going to be in the top or in the bottom. I don't.
Well, controversial. We'll see how it plays out.
I'm sure we're going to love that.
Yeah, that one's going to be. That's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to keep that in the back of my head. But
thanks.
Moving on, Liverpool 3, Atletico 2.
I got this wrong.
I think
Liverpool wrong.
I can't even remember. I think I said 2-0.
I said 0-0.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be a draw. 2 really early goals from Salah and Robertson, I believe, was the other one.
Yes.
I kind of, at this point, I thought, this game's dead. This is going to be about 5-0 now. Liverpool are either going to just absolutely trounce them or kill the game off. But no, they actually were a bit vulnerable. Although they did dominate large portions of the game. Let's not.
Yeah, of course.
Give Atletico the credit. They got 2 back, and then Liverpool, as they do at the moment, they scored in injury time and won the game. It's Liverpool all over at the moment. They're not I don't know what it is. They're not amazing,
No.
but they're grafting wins, and that is the sign of a good team and a winning team, that they are grinding these results, and we saw it again at the weekend.
Yeah.
That it's hard to beat.
Yeah, I just think it's not sustainable. That's the only problem with it. I think they're obviously a very, very good side, and they just don't look at they're very vulnerable at the back at the moment because they're playing this new system with the fullbacks. You know, you've got Kirkes and Frimpong that are, you know, they're not exactly known for their defensive prowess, and it leaves Van Dijk and Kanate most of the time like really vulnerable.
Yeah.
And look, you are right. At the end of the day, the 3 points, they've grinded the results out. It just, I kind of feel that it's a matter of time before it doesn't work like that anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like they need to be killing these games off. You know, when you're 2-0 up, you shouldn't really be giving them an opportunity to get back into the game.
Yeah, not at Anfield either.
No,
you need to be killing that off, and fair play to Atletico, but just couldn't unfortunately get it done.
Absolutely, and I just think to win it in the 92nd minute, it's a win's a win, but I just think they need to tighten up if they're going to continue this, because it's gonna happen at some point. They're going to come up against someone that will kill them off instead if they can't close these games out.
Yeah, I think they're a few like bad injuries away from potentially starting to lose some games, but
definitely.
We'll see. And then final Champions League game of Wednesday was, I guess, PSG continuing as they left off, 4-0 against Atalanta. This was just a battering, to be fair. PSG very, very good.
I don't think there's going to be any different, to be honest.
Nah, yeah, they looked very good, absolutely, from that initial game.
It would have been 5 if Barcara hadn't missed the penalty.
Yeah.
So,
goals from Marquinhos, Kvaratskhelia, Nuno Mendes, and Gonzalo Ramos. Bit of a battering, fair play.
Yeah.
Expected. And then Thursday, Club Brugge 4, Monaco 1. Bit of a shock, that one. Fair play to Club Brugge. Didn't watch it, but heard that Club Brugge were very good.
Yep.
They're often a team that outperform, I think, what they're expected. The Belgian teams, Union Saint-Gilloise, do it as well, where they often outperform, I guess, what people think of them. And maybe that goes to their kind of credit. Maybe they're either just better teams than people kind of think they are, or the kind of low expectations kind of gives them that ability just to go and play without fear, because you expect to lose anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're absolutely right. Like, no one really expects much from them, so people are like, oh, we won't worry about them. But then they go and actually do really, really well, and they've got an old City player, so fair play to them. Carlos Forbes.
I was actually going to see if I could think of who it was. And I would not, to be fair, I would not have guessed that. So
he was a youth player for us. I didn't realise he was Portuguese though, but he was a old City youth player. No, every time we even come up against them, they seem to just do well as well. So fair play to them. I think they are quite a good team.
Yeah, absolutely. Then FC Copenhagen 2, Bayer Leverkusen 2. A fair result, I think. I think it's pretty even from what I saw.
Yeah.
I've been to Copenhagen. It's not an easy place to go. The Section 12 ultra fan base are like notorious around Europe as well for being incredibly loud, and can confirm from personal experience, yes, they are. And tough place to go. And we've obviously got a different Bayer Leverkusen now, who aren't quite as good as they were. They've just got Grimaldo scoring free kicks every game at the moment. But fair result. Frankfurt 5, Galatasaray 1. This one actually interested me. Yeah, because I noted both of these teams early on as teams that I wanted to watch, because Frankfurt had a really good start to life in the Bundesliga this season, and Galatasaray have got a bit of a nasty little squad for the level. For really where they are. But this one ended up just being a battering. I don't think this was necessarily a 5-1 game. I think Galatasaray had large possession or spells of possession and had more chances, I think, on the ball, but I don't know what went wrong. Defence or goalkeeping, something obviously horror.
I didn't realise Davinson Sanchez was at Galatasaray.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Big names in that team.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm surprised Frankfurt are cracking on because they lost 2 of their best players last season.
Yeah.
So, fair play to them. Fair enough. Like, Galatasaray are not an easy team to beat. You know, home advantage as well probably helps. You know, it's fair. Yeah, I don't think there's much else I can say.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Good result. Man City 2, Napoli 0. I had this on at the same time as Newcastle Barcelona, but turned it off as soon as the red card happened.
Yeah,
it killed the game.
Yeah, it was a shame because we obviously De Bruyne starting and then got pulled because I don't even know why Lorenzo attempted the foul because he was, when you actually watch it, he was nowhere near the ball. So I don't really know why he thought that he was going to get it, and it was just a shame that De Bruyne got pulled because obviously you don't want to see a player score against you, but even the crowd were cheering his name still, and he'll always be a legend at City. So to watch him, come off on the 21st or 22nd minute, whatever it was a bit of a shame. But you are right; it did kill the game off. It was. I was expecting, because normally when people play a low block against City, we just sometimes can't figure it out. So I'm thinking this is just going to be a 0-0, and we're not going to be able to get it over the line. But I can't be too complimentary about City because it was 10 men, but it did feel a little bit more like City again. We seem to we were knocking the ball about again, and Haaland just seems like a completely different player this season. He's defending, attacking, carrying the ball. He just seems to have added something extra to his game now. But I think maybe the result would have been different if Napoli hadn't gone down to 10. But,
possibly, yeah. But yeah, that's where I kind of turned it off. And De Bruyne coming off, yeah, shame. But unfortunately, like De Bruyne is a luxury player, and in a situation like that, you kind of can't have luxury players.
Yeah, very much so.
So understand. And then this one I did watch start to finish. Newcastle 1, Barcelona 2.
Yes.
The fans at Newcastle, fair play to you. I've been there in person, unbelievable throughout 90. Just a shame. I really don't like this Gordon number 9 thing. I know they rested Voltemada. I don't know, just play him. It's the biggest game of the season so far for you. Just play him.
I don't get it. Oddly enough, he scored Gordon.
Yeah, late on he scored when the game was kind of dead. 9. But yeah, I didn't like it. I don't think Newcastle were particularly good. They didn't really come out fighting. I didn't think they really just kind of let Barcelona have a lot of the ball. Barcelona spent most of the game just kind of peppering shots at Newcastle, and then 2 goals from Rashford kind of killed the game.
Yeah.
And a bit of a just outclassed. I think Barcelona was just a bit too good, but ultimately you are playing one of the favourites to win the thing. So
exactly,
it's a tough game. It doesn't get much harder. So yeah, just a shame. I really wish he would just stop doing this Gordon number 9. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't get it. Haven't they also got Osula as well? And isn't he a striker?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather play him? Just because Gordon can go off the left, which is where he's better, and then just put because I think this Osula's quite tall as well. Just put the big lump in the middle. Like, I know maybe he's not very
maybe he's not up to. Yeah, that's probably why.
But to play, it's just I feel like Gordon as a number 9 is a waste.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I'm not.
I don't like it. Voltemada did come on about 65 minutes in, and he wasn't great. I just think they just couldn't get the ball to him.
Yeah.
Too much. He only had 9 touches in the whole game and was dispossessed.
Yeah,
I think that's ultimately what it came down to. Rashford enjoying life at Barcelona though, played very well.
Mm-hmm.
So a bit of a change for him, maybe has given him a kind of lease on life.
Yeah,
But
maybe, yeah.
yeah, fair play. And then Sporting for Kairat Almaty won. Fair play to the Kazakhstani team
Oh
for getting
yeah, I
here.
love it. I love it.
They are going to be one of them crowd favourites again when
Oh,
people
I
want
love them.
them. I can't see them winning a game.
No
Can't see
chance.
it.
No chance. I just love them. Like, and it's amazing. I think their furthest travel, I saw on a map or something. It's ridiculous to get to one of their games. Is
Oh
nuts.
yeah, I don't actually know all their fixtures, but if they play like Spain or a team in
Yes,
Portugal, they are going like hours.
I might be wrong in saying this, but I'm almost certain that they've got Madrid on the 30th.
Oh, is it
Oh
away?
no, that's at home. Wait, the
Oh.
mighty Real Madrid bus is going to Kazakhstan, lads. That's amazing. Do you know what? A lot of people hate the new fixture, the way the Champions League is now. I love it, man, because you get to see stuff like this. Like, I don't know. I just think, and then they're probably their furthest one. They play Arsenal on the 28th of January.
Yeah,
So
that's a bit of a trek.
The mighty Kazakhstanis are going to the Emirates.
Some away day. If you are lucky enough to draw Kairat Almaty away, going to Kazakhstan, that would be unreal.
That's insane. I love it. I do love it. It's just, from an entertainment point of view, it's amazing, and just like it's good for a team like that because they get to play against one of the biggest teams in European football. Like compared to anything they play against in the Kazakhstani league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, mate.
Yeah, I think from a kind of like groundhopper perspective as well, if I was a fan of one of these teams and saw that I was drawing Kairat Almaty, you'd be so happy just getting to go to Kazakhstan and doing that ground.
Amazing.
Yeah, love it. Nothing happened on the Friday other than some sort of other league games. I did watch Stuttgart St. Pauli in the Bundesliga, but it was a bit of a one-sided affair. Stuttgart controlled the game really well.
Yeah.
And St. Pauli, who are certainly fan favourites. Actually, do you know what? Weird. It's just brought back. St. Pauli, when we went to Bath, and the kind of outside of the ground and one of the ends behind the goal, there's a ton of St. Pauli stickers. And no one knew why. I don't know if it was just a load of Germans on holiday or Bath is obviously, there's a lot of tourists in Bath. It's a very nice area. If you haven't been, I do recommend it. It's a lovely place. And or they had some random friendly at one point where St. Pauli came to Bath. I don't know. I imagine. I don't know.
That'd be sick.
I don't know. But yeah, there's loads of them that just kind of brought back little memory of that. And then Saturday, we had some Premier League games. None of them were too interesting. Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Bit of a kind of grind out.
Boring.
Liverpool just kind of did what they needed to do. Everton, they were okay. Liverpool weren't great, but
yeah,
ultimately 2-1. Brighton 2, Tottenham 2, throwing away a 2-0 lead. But as we said, Tottenham, I think, harder to beat now. And a bit more resilience about them. I don't think Brighton were bad, though. I think Brighton overall were the better side, but just couldn't put it away.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep the lead. Burnley 1, Nottingham 1. Terrible game. Did not watch it. The play style, that's the problem. I think Nottingham were a lot more on the front foot, and you are starting to see a bit more of Ange in the team, but it's going to take some time.
Of course it is. Yeah,
give it time.
Completely different style from Nuno, isn't it? So
exactly. But speaking of, West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 2. West Ham look bad yet again. Yeah, I'm very shocked Potter isn't gone.
Yeah. But then who do they get?
Nuno.
Oh, God.
I think that's the rumour that I've hearing a lot at the moment.
I suppose it will steady the ship. I mean, the way they're going at the moment, they're getting relegated, mate.
Oh, 100%, yeah. They are a bad team. They really are bad. There's very few teams I look at in the Prem, even like your likes of Luton and stuff like that, where, they're not quite good enough, but they're giving it everything. I don't get West Ham are just playing bad. They're just really bad.
Well, their strikers, Callum Wilson and Fulcrum, which just isn't it.
Somerville got injured. That's come off as well.
You still got James Ward-Prowse knocking about. I don't know. the amount of money they paid for Max Kilman as well, and he's terrible.
Oh God, yeah, he's didn't just get him out of the back line. He's really not good.
He's not great.
He's not good enough at all.
Yeah, they need to shape up, man, because otherwise they're going to be joining
Millwall
Millwall
in
in the Championship.
They will be gone. I mean, they are currently sitting with 3 points. The only reason they're not bottom is because Wolves have lost every single game.
Yeah,
that's the only reason. Otherwise, they'd be bottom. Speaking of, Wolves won leagues. Yeah, Wolves again. They're bad. Wolves are
really bad.
The thing is, like the way they're playing and stat-wise, they always like seem to be ahead of who they're playing, or they kind of on paper look to have done better than who they're playing. They just can't score.
Yeah, they don't have.
Maybe that's the problem. I don't know.
They don't have forwards. I feel like, now that they just don't have.
They got that Nigerian geezer, aren't they? Now I can't remember his name.
Is it Arab? I'm not even gonna.
Arokadar or something. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it, but something like that.
Why are they not starting Strand Larson? I don't get it.
I don't know.
By far their best player.
Check. He's not injured. Yeah, I don't know. Or even like Huang. Just anyone who
or Arias, someone. Just do something.
Yeah, Oscar
is injured as well now, which he's their best defender.
Ain't looking good.
No, and Jose Sarr is past it, mate.
Yes, I agree with you there. To be honest,
I think the thing is, Wolves need to be careful as well. I mean, what would be amazing for the league, not necessarily for Wolves and West Ham fans, is if Wolves and West Ham are 2 of the teams that went down, because that would mean that 2 of the teams that went up stay up. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, some fresh teams,
but because Burnley are equally just as bad. But I don't know.
Yeah, as of right now, it's Villa, West Ham, Wolves going down. Fair enough. Imagine that.
Like that.
Oh God, imagine. Then this next game, I started watching it but got really bored. Was Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. The red card early killed the game. The Sanchez, fair enough, stupid. Took him out, red card, and then they had to make a load of changes like within 10 minutes. That included like taking like Palmer off, Neto, and they just didn't have any. They just had nothing. They didn't have a sniff for about 80 minutes of the game until they got a goal back, but it's too late. So this was a bit of a nothing game. Casemiro got sent off again as well.
Yeah,
and God loves a red card.
He does indeed. I mean, I don't like to level with Man United fans, but I suppose at least it's finally a result. But I think it doesn't paper over the cracks of Amorim's system just not working. I think if it had been a full 11v11, who's to say?
Yeah, it's hard to say because the red was so early.
Yeah.
And when it was 10v10, really nothing happened. The game killed.
I don't know about you, but I just think that this is going to give Amorim more time and he doesn't need it because it's a win. And I think it's going to look like it's a good win. And obviously a win's a win, don't get me wrong, but he can't keep playing like this.
Oh God, no, it doesn't work in Prem.
Bro's going to be down the job centre sooner rather than later if he doesn't shape up.
He might be going West Ham.
Oh God! Oh dear!
Can you imagine?
That'd be incredible. Yeah, Ruben Amorim as manager of Wolves.
Trying to play that system in Wolves when you haven't got any players.
Yeah, good luck with that, pal.
I think you end up going to League One.
Yeah, I don't know. But look, points are points, right? That's all that matters. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Fulham 3, Brentford 1. This one I didn't watch, but I heard Fulham were solid. Got the job done. Brentford I heard weren't awful, but just weren't good enough.
They are. I think they're all right.
I think they're better than people thought they were going to be, and that's not saying a lot because they're 17th, but like I think people expect them to be like 20th.
Well, yeah.
So they did all right,
didn't they?
They're in a complete rebuild. So if they can even stay up, then happy days for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So then, we've got Bournemouth 0, Newcastle 0. I'm not even going to bother. Nothing happened. Not even going to bother. Sunderland 1, Aston Villa 1. Villa looked terrible. Fair play to Sunderland getting a point with 10 men and still somehow looking realistically the better team. Yeah. I don't know. Villa are just bad. And
they're not great.
This breeds the question that I've seen on Twitter or X a few times. When do you think is right to start questioning Emery?
I think this is really a really difficult question purely because he's got credit in the bank.
Yeah.
But I guess from a Villa fan's perspective, it depends on what you're seeing from these performances. I mean, looking at some of the performances they're putting in, it's just bad. Like, it ain't great. Like, at what point do you need? I mean, you bring in Jadon Sancho for Christ's sake. Like, I just think now would be if it were me, I'd be questioning it because Villa need to go to the next level. You know, they've been in the Champions League, they've done well, and now they're obviously it's very early in the season, but they're around relegation. Shouldn't be. They're struggling against newly promoted Sunderland with 10 men.
Yeah.
At what point? And I think now is the time that you have to look at Emery. I'm not saying get rid of him, but change something up. You have to, because otherwise you're going to be in these talks that we're just talking about West Ham.
Yeah.
And there's no coming back from that. It took them long enough to get up to where they are now. You don't want to go back down. And I think maybe Emery's just run its course now. It does, doesn't it? I mean, you look at Wenger at Arsenal all those years ago.
Yeah.
You know, it just got to a point where they wanted him out because he just wasn't it.
I don't think he suited Arsenal, potentially.
Yeah.
But I think you give him more time. I think he's done. You wouldn't be where they are as a club without him. He is largely the reason why they've been so good over the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure he can turn it around somewhat, but they certainly look worse in every aspect than they have done.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on to the final game, which is Arsenal 1, Man City 1. I did watch this, and it weren't great. It really weren't. Both teams didn't look good. Arsenal looked very poor defensively initially, allowing a goal, allowing Haaland just to run in one-on-one. I think it was Saliba that made kind of the error and didn't follow him and just kind of let him go one-on-one. And then really nothing happened for a long time until injury time, where I was saying to you yesterday, why are City playing a high line when you're 1-0 up away to Arsenal in injury time with like 2 added minutes left to go? You dig deep.
Thing is, I've got 2 points. One, I said to you, didn't I? I said, well, people are making a huge deal out of, you know, we have to base our performances off last season. And last season we were bad. Now, this is exactly what used to happen last season. It's happening again. We make mistakes. People are blowing it so far out of proportion when in reality a point at the Emirates is actually really good. We should be going to win it, but equally, Arsenal should be killing that game at home. So I think it's more of a reflection on Arsenal. And this is going to trigger so many people, what I'm about to say, right? And I love it because I don't care. So last season, obviously, everyone would take the mick out of Arsenal. They would just go to games and park the bus, wouldn't they? They would sit 9 men behind the ball and just sit there, right? Wait for a set piece. That's how they score. Fair enough. It's a tactic. We did it to them. Couldn't do a thing. Other than obviously they scored in the 93rd minute. But that was a mistake from Gvardiol and Ake. The whole time we just parked the bus. And I was thinking to myself the whole time, I was like, I bet there's probably some little like Twitter nerds going crazy going, Man City always moan at us for parking a bus and now they're doing it. It's like, yeah, you don't like it, mate. Like, that's what you do to every game. Relax yourself. You know, they're trying to chase the title. There's no expectation for us to win. They need to win. They're the ones that have come second however many times. They need to come to this game. They give it the big I am, and they can't even beat us at the Emirates when we're not that good.
These just Twitter nerds.
Yeah, man. Twitter nerds.
Generational. But,
John, and what? It's not even Arsenal Football Club that triggers me. It's the fan base.
The fan base, 100%.
Little nerds on Twitter.
I could say that I support a non-league team. I can't really have any say in this, but you are right. I think there's a bit of both in that.
You know, it is what it is.
Arsenal needs to be winning a game like that.
It ain't that deep. But do you know what I mean? It's yeah. I think it was a poor game all around. I think both teams were not great, and I think I think the problem is it says a lot about Arsenal's title charge now. I think obviously Liverpool are the ones to catch.
Yeah, 100%.
And these kinds of results are not going to help them do it. If I'm taking any bias or anything away from it, this isn't going to help.
No, yeah, because these are the sort of games Liverpool wouldn't drop points.
Exactly.
And they're not. They need to be winning games like that. But
yeah,
that's I think in agreement there, 100%. But not really any news. It's been a bit of a kind of dull week in terms of football news. The only kind of notable one is obviously he's back again. Jose Mourinho, after being sacked from Fenerbahce, has gone to Benfica. He's gone back home, as they say.
Yeah,
kind of where he started. Didn't have the best managerial tenure there the first time. He was only there for about 11 games and stepped down due to just not due to poor performance, just due to they wanted to go a different route, and Mourinho recognised that. It's a fair play. But he's gone back there, had a good first game, 3-0 win in the league. I mean, it's an appointment like Mourinho, I think, you're getting more than just a manager there. Like, yes, I think he's way past prime, 100%. He's not the same manager he was, but you're getting a bit of a brand there with him. It brings intrigue. It's just the name alone.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think everything you just said was correct. Like, you look at the name Mourinho and you think, oh, that's exciting.
Yeah,
that's the name I want to play for, or whatever. But again, like you say, I think he is past his prime. I think this is no disrespect to Benfica or anything like that, but I think that's his level. I feel like if he come to a Prem team, I think it just wouldn't work. It's a bit like Sean Dyche, in a sense of it doesn't really work in the Prem very well. I just feel like Mourinho's now at that level, which isn't a bad thing, but
yeah.
I think maybe that's where he's going to, look at the teams he went to after Tottenham. He's at Roma. Obviously, Italian league doing really, really well now. And then Fenerbahce. Like, obviously, the leagues are very, very different. And I don't think he could, do a Chelsea again kind of thing.
No, God, no, he's past that. And time will tell whether or not the play style works, and if they can. They are currently sitting. Obviously, this is not Mourinho, but they are currently sitting 5 points behind Porto.
Mm-hmm.
It's whether or not he can kind of keep the clean sheet. His win rate at Fenerbahce was very good, but ultimately, I think. This is what Mourinho has said, that he didn't believe that Fenerbahce were on his level, which that's pure Mourinho all
that's
over.
That's mental, isn't
it? Yeah. And he wanted to go back to managing some of the best teams in the world, and fair enough, I guess. That's Mourinho all over.
Yeah, that's wild, but I don't expect anything else.
No, not at all. But has he really been a success? And one last point before we kind of move on to the last bit, but has he really been a success since, I don't know, Man United, where he won 3 trophies at Man United, came second with a bang average squad?
Yeah.
Has he been a success since then anywhere? Roma, really. Maybe. He won the Conference League.
Yeah, that's it, though. He hasn't won anything else.
No.
So, I think he probably is just getting to a point now where he's not, his tactics may be outdated, or he's just got a different outlook that doesn't work anymore. I don't think it's his. I think that's just the way he is.
Yeah, very possibly. Yeah. But we'll see. Time will tell. I will certainly be keeping an eye on them. But I think going on to really what we want to talk about, since there is not much news, and we took up, to be fair, we spent a while talking about kind of what has been going on over the week, despite it being a pretty boring week. So fair play, we've managed to get a bit more out of that. But
I'm not looking forward to this, by the way.
so this to kind of change it up a bit, we thought let's do a kind of all-time 11.
Yeah.
We've got to do it. We're not going to go in, not going to do a Bible for each player. We're literally just going to do a bit of info, why were they there. And we've gone for, so I've kept mine in a 4-4-2. And basically how it's going to work, we're just going to list off. I'll start with goalkeeper. I'll name mine and kind of why. Then obviously you do yours, and then right back, centre. But we'll just go like that. And obviously whatever formation you've done.
I've matched formation just although I did struggle because having two midfielders was a bit.
Yeah, there's so many you could put there, and I think I've narrowed mine down to a good two. That I like. I do have a few honourable mentions as well.
Me too. Yeah,
that I will put in, and I have done just as a little bonus, a manager, but we'll get to that afterwards. So goalkeeper for me, it was just between two, and I ended up going with Lev Yashin. I think for me, the greatest goalkeeper to ever play. He only goalkeeper to ever win a Ballon d'Or, I believe in 1963, and he known for positioning and being an imposing presence in goal. He was kind of the first sweeper keeper, if you like. He was known for coming out and intercepting crosses, running out to meet on Russian attackers, which was absolutely unheard of for the day. Earning the nickname the Black Spider or the Black Panther. People called him the Black Spider due to his attire. He always wore all black no matter what. And so there's some that said, now I don't know the like kind of validity of this, but it is said that people kind of claimed that when he was in goal, it was like he had 8 arms. He was that good. Obviously, Ballon d'Or winner, multi-time Team of the Year, won the Euros. Kept over the exact figure. I was getting disputing figures from different places. Some people are claiming over kind of 300. Some people are claiming 270 is about right. So it's around that. He also won a gold medal at the Olympics. But yeah, it was between him and Buffon, and I ended up putting Yashin. What about you? Who have you got?
So my list is exclusively players that I have seen myself. Because
fair enough.
Yeah, the only issue, and I just think to put players I've never even seen play, other than it was difficult. But I've gone with Peter Schmeichel. I was going to say Kasper Schmeichel just for a laugh, but then I thought, I can't.
That's outrageous, yeah. But yeah, Peter Schmeichel, I think, is certainly a good shout. Someone I didn't actually think of. 5
Premier League titles, Champions League, 3 FA Cups, 1 Goalkeeper of the Year 3 times, Premier League Hall of Famer, a total of 648 appearances, and even scored 9 goals. So I think, the only thing is you could say he was a bit of a, he played for both Manchester clubs, so think of that what you will. But I think incredible keeper. I don't think I need to really read off a Bible, like you say, but I think for me, it was between him and Cech, but I think I will admit my bias because he played for City. Obviously, not for very long, granted, but it still played for City, so my bias was a bit. I had to try and take my bias away from this as much as humanly possible. It was hard, but I went with Schmeichel.
Yeah, fair enough. I think it's a solid shout. Cech was someone I did think of, but I don't think same level as Yashin or Buffon for me.
Hockey player, don't he?
Yeah, he actually played for Chelmsford at one point. That was a little fun fact. A little fun fact about Yashin as well. I actually watched a game last night. I watched a game. I found a game. It was in black and white, and the commentary was in Portuguese, so I didn't know what was going on. But it was a friendly between Brazil and the Soviet Union in 1960 something. Can't remember the date now. November. And for some reason, I had it on because I was researching him, because obviously I never saw him play. So I was kind of just researching why everyone thinks he's so good. And I watched a game, and he actually played against Pele in this game. And unreal. Some of the saves and some of the play way ahead of his time. So then going into right back, I've got Cafu. I couldn't think of any better at the position. He's all-time record capped player for Brazil with 142 appearances. He's won several titles everywhere he's been. Best known for his spells at Sao Paulo, Roma, and AC Milan. But he also did play for a bunch of other teams as well. And he has been crowned the South American Footballer of the Year, and Pele named him in the 100 greatest living players that currently alive. I can't remember when Pele did that, but it was I think he was included in 2020 in the Ballon d'Or all-time dream team as well. Never won a Ballon d'Or, but he was the captain for the World Cup Brazil team, which he did win as well. And he did win the Copa America twice too. So yeah, I think he just very, very attack-minded player. He known to kind of just constantly go at you, overlapping attacking play. And the only player to play in 3 consecutive World Cup finals as well. No player's done it since.
Yeah,
so yeah, he's mine. Who's yours?
I went Dani Alves. So, third most expensive defender of all time, went for 30 of all time at the time, should I say, 32.5 million. Won a treble with Barca. Third most capped player for Brazil, 126 appearances, 43 total trophies, which is nuts.
That is insanity, yeah.
And is currently the second most decorated player behind Messi, which is quite a quite a feat. I think he was just different gravy. Went to PSG, obviously. I'm almost certain that he was in the Brazilian Olympic squad. I don't want to say that for certain, but
possibly.
Yeah, I think Dani Alves for me.
Yeah, fair enough. I think certainly again a good pick. I think obviously very similar player to Cafu. I think Cafu just did it slightly better.
It's just Brazilians, isn't it, mate?
His day, yeah. Just prime Brazil.
Yeah.
But centre back. So I've got one.
Are we going to do them as a pairing?
Yeah. Let's do them as a pairing.
Okay,
go on then. So I'll kind of preface this very quickly.
Oh no.
So one of these players I never saw play before my time, but obviously known to be unbelievable. And when I was doing a lot of research, yeah, fair enough, he was absolutely unbelievable. One of them I did, and one of them I feel is the best defensive player I've ever seen play, and that's Paolo Maldini and Franz Beckenbauer. Obviously, Beckenbauer I never saw play in his day. I've seen stuff back, but Maldini, he played 902 matches for AC Milan.
Yeah.
Won 5 Champions Leagues, 7 Serie A titles. He's Italy's most capped player for a number of years. I don't think he is anymore, but he was for a long time. Almost perfect positioning, solid leader as well. He was someone that you knew was always going to pull like an 8 out of 10 or higher. Very rarely ever had a bad game. And he was versatile, could also play in various other positions too. I've seen him play wing back. I've seen him play like CDM at times too. So I've seen him play various positions. I've actually had the privilege of seeing him in person as well. Saw a game where he was there, and he absolutely commanded that team every single game. He held everyone to an extremely high standard, and fair play. The stats achieve that. And then Franz Beckenbauer kind of revolutionised the way that defence was played. And a lot of the kind of centre-back meta, I guess, if you like, is still from stuff that Beckenbauer was doing back then in the 70s.
Yeah.
So, nicknamed De Kaiser, he won 3 Ballon d'Ors, 1972, 76, and honestly, I did look it up, but I've honestly forgot the other one. But 3-time Ballon d'Or winner for a defender is outrageous. 2-time European Cup winner with Bayern, and a 1974 World Cup winner as the captain for Germany, and then pulled 582 appearances for Bayern, which obviously they dominated the 70s in just football in general, and he was a huge part of that, and is the reason why the kind of centre-backs play as they do today.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair enough. Can't argue. I don't know anything about the bloke. So, fair enough. Obviously, I know who he is.
Yes, yeah.
But I'm not going to sit there and go, I know him. I watch clips. No, but okay. So I said we do it as a pairing, but these two never played with each other. So, my first is John Terry. I think 530 appearances in total. First ever player to captain a team to 5 Premier League titles. 78 caps for England. Was named UEFA Club Defender 3 times. UEFA Club Defender of the Year 3 times. Premier League Hall of Famer. 19 trophies with Chelsea as a captain. and he was also captain of that famous 2004-2005 season Chelsea that only conceded 15 goals all season, which is, for a Premier League team, is...
I don't know if he'll ever be beaten.
No, I don't. I really don't. Yeah, I think just he had a great goal scoring tendency as well. He was just... I mean, we won't talk about his antics off the pitch, but on the pitch, he was a commandeering figure. Which, if we were to actually put these players into a team, my next player, I don't know how they would go together, but I've gone for Sergio Ramos. So,
okay, yeah.
160 caps for Spain, 4 Champions League, 5 La Ligas. He's won the Club World Cup 4 times. Obviously, World Cup winner. Won the Euros twice, I do believe.
Yeah.
23 goals for Spain and 101 goals in 671 appearances for Madrid as a defender.
Yeah, that's good record.
Obviously, penalties. I get that.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I think Ramos is the kind of player that I like. People probably don't like him very much because he's a bit scummy, and he'd batter into people, and he's there to take legs, and he's not there to get the ball. He's there to get you. But I feel like sometimes you need a player like that in your team. A bit like Pepe,
I hate Pepe.
That kind of player. I think every team needs that kind of player. And I just think, I think Ramos, especially for Madrid and Spain, was just next level, like in the modern game at least.
Yeah. I think certainly agree. I think, especially in our lifetime, I think he's certainly one of the best centre backs to play.
It was between him and Puyol, if I was honest.
Yeah, Puyol's a good shout as well.
But I did have another one. I did have a biased one of Vincent Kompany, but I thought I can't really put him near these.
Yeah, absolutely not compared to the others. No, I think you've got even Premier League. I think you've got others that are certainly above Kompany, but.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But left back for me, again, best left back I've ever seen was Roberto Carlos. Obviously, never saw him in person, but I watched him when I was a kid in games, and just magic. 125 caps for Brazil. Scored a lot of goals as well. His set pieces were unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a famous free kick, isn't it?
Yeah, he was an unbelievable set piece taker. Had a goal scoring tendency. 2002 World Cup winner, in my opinion, the best international squad I've ever seen. That 2002 Brazil team was absolutely disgusting. And then a 3-time Champions League winner with Real Madrid, won numerous league titles as well. The free kick versus France in '97. It's one of the most famous free kicks. If you haven't seen it, please do. It is absolutely outrageous.
The fact that you were born.
Yeah, that was the year I was born.
And you've seen it. Do you know what I'm saying? People of our generation didn't see that live. Like, the people generations before saw it, but we even know about it.
It
defies the laws of gravity, that.
Oh, yeah, it's potentially the greatest free kick of all time.
I don't get it. I don't
unbelievable. And in his career, he played over 1,100 professional games. Shows the longevity that he was playing at that level. For me, again, similar to Cafu. Is it Cafu or Cafu? I don't know. But Roberto Carlos, he kind of transcended the way that wing-backs of today played. Very attack-minded, overlapping. And that's how Brazil were. They played both of them like that.
And he's a beautiful, bold man now.
He is a beautiful, bold man. That's mine. Who's yours?
I have a tendency for beautiful, bold men because I've gone for Ashley Cole.
Short and bold men.
I like to let people know that I like bold, short men in short, right? I went with Ashley Cole. England's best, if not one of the best left backs in modern history. Part of the Invincible squad, obviously, with Arsenal. Played for England 107 times, total of 508 appearances with 19 goals, won absolutely everything an English club could possibly win. He was indicted into the Hall of Fame in 2024. I just think if you have a conversation about left backs in sort of our generation, Ashley Cole's got to be one of the names on those lists. I think. Anyone, bias aside, will say, if you said to me, especially Premier League, if you said to me, who's the greatest Premier League left back we've ever seen?
Oh, it's him,
Ashley Cole. There's no question about it.
than Evra, I think, past that
Yeah,
before. But
yeah,
yeah, he was going to be. Roberto Carlos was automatically the one I went to when I first thought of it. But
yeah,
yeah, Ashley Cole would have been, I think, if not.
yeah, yeah.
There's a few others like Marcelo that were
Yeah.
in
Oh
my
yeah, I forgot
mind,
about Marcelo.
but
Yeah,
yeah, he was certainly in contention, and he's one of my honourable mentions
yeah.
as well. But moving on to the midfield, I'll do the centre mids together,
I feel like
and
we might have
these
the same one.
possibly. I mean, if you've
Maybe.
done it with only players you've seen, then no. Both of mine,
Oh,
one of them
okay.
I saw, the other one no. But obviously, he is undoubtedly one of the greatest to ever play it. That's Diego
Okay.
Maradona. I don't think
Oh
you can
yeah.
have an all-time list without him. I think he is standout, bar maybe a couple. The for me, I think he's third greatest player to ever play the game. I just don't think you can have a list without him there. Obviously, World Cup winner, pretty much won the thing on his own with a pretty poor Argentina side. Got crazy, was it 5 goals, 5 assists or something?
Yeah.
Pretty much did the whole lot himself. Scored the goal of the century against England as well. Very, very,
Nah,
very, very famous. You will know it, obviously.
bun him. Nah.
The hand of God. It's, obviously, it's cheating,
Nah, not interested, mate. He goes to the
but
bottom of the barrel.
but unreal. Just
Titus
he
Bramble's better than Maradona. Shut up.
Titus Bramble over Maradona. That is a hot take. That is a hot take. But yeah, no, the goal of the century against England, where he ran past 5 players. I think obviously, yeah, unbelievable goal. Please go watch it. Napoli as well, 2 Serie A titles. They're only ones at the time. Obviously, they've won a couple since then, but yeah, this is a time where the Serie A was absolutely dominated by Milan clubs as well.
Yeah.
Napoli were bad, and he essentially pretty much won v11 every game and carried them. And then he scored almost 300 career goals from midfield. I think one of the greatest to ever do it, 100%, regardless of what you think of him, especially
Yeah.
as an English, like, you know. But and then the other one is Zidane. Saw this player live as well. Very fortunate. I got to see a game live with him. Actually, at the stadium, obviously won the '98 World Cup and the Euro 2000, 2002 Champions League winner, scoring that unbelievable volley against Bayer Leverkusen. If you haven't seen that goal, please go and watch it. Unbelievable. Obviously known for the little spin he did, the Zidane spin. 3-time FIFA World Player of the Year, 125 goals and over 130 assists. One of the best kind of centre attacking mids or CMs I've ever seen play in person. Just commanded teams as well. He brought a presence about him that was intimidating. He was a record signing when he went to, I believe, was it Madrid or Juventus? One of the two. I'm sure it was Madrid, but it might. I can't remember. I did look, but it was last minute. But yeah, unbelievable player. Who are your pairing?
Also known for headbutting people
He
and,
did. He
oddly
did nut
enough,
someone.
being
Yeah.
a beautiful bald man. So, there's a theme here.
There is a theme, yeah.
So I think for me, these two come as a pairing, and I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Yeah,
I've just worked it out.
it's Fabian Delph and Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, behave.
I
De Bruyne, I could somewhat like, but Delph.
I was trying to think of some really stupid names to put with it, and for some reason Fabian Delph come to my head, and I was trying to think of another ridiculous name. But no, it's Xavi and Iniesta.
Yeah.
I think the two of them combined, Iniesta 131 caps for Spain, Xavi 133, both had numerous goals for Spain and Barca. Both, funny enough, come third in the Ballon d'Or. Xavi actually come third in the Ballon d'Or 3 times.
Yeah.
Both won Champions Leagues, World Cup, Euro. I think the two of them together, I think it's hard in modern football, at least, to have come across someone, especially a pairing, that are as dominant as those two were. And in all honesty, beautiful footballers. Iniesta, especially with the flair, and he was he was silky, and that Barca team was
best club team I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
They were honourable mentions for me. Those two.
An honourable mention for me, 2 of them would have been De Bruyne. Obviously, I think probably modern day one of the best Premier League midfielders
Yeah, I
we've
think
seen.
so.
Decorated with trophies, assists, goals, just the way he played, amazing. And my other one would have been Frank Lampard. Obviously, Chelsea's all-time top scorer as a midfielder. Um, you know, there's always that debate, which would be an interesting debate to do one day. Of Scholes, Keane,
Oh yeah, all of that,
Lampard,
like
Gerrard,
Gerard, all of
but
that. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I know.
it's hard, isn't it, to put them all into a team, and that's why I
Yeah.
struggle with 2 midfielders because
Oh yeah, 100%. There's so many you could have put in.
yeah, but as a pairing, if I was to, I mean, I know the rest of my players didn't play together or anything, but as a pairing, Iniesta and
Yeah,
Xavi
those
for me.
two honourable mentions for me. Those were two I listed. I'm going to do the wingers as a pairing as well. Never played
Yeah,
together, but played against each other numerous times. And that
yeah,
is for me the two greatest to ever play:
yeah,
Ronaldo or
yeah,
Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi.
yeah, exactly the
Um,
same.
I couldn't not. I think for me, the two greatest to ever play.
Yeah,
Sorry, especially to my family who are a lot of United fans, but I do think Messi is the goat. I do
yeah,
genuinely think he's the greatest to
yeah.
ever play.
It's
Take
close.
nothing from Ronaldo. Oh God, yeah. Like take nothing from Ronaldo,
Yeah,
um, as well. So Ronaldo, he's currently on 900 odd career goals.
yeah,
Officially
it's
hit it
nuts.
recently, which is the most official goals in history. There is someone with more I'll get to later. You obviously that spoils who it is, but I will get to in a bit. But the most official goals in
Yeah,
history:
yeah,
5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions Leagues. He won a Euro 2016 and a Nations League.
yeah,
Top scorer of all time in the Champions League and the Euros.
yeah,
Unbelievable player, mentality monster. He I think unlike Messi, and I think the thing I will give Ronaldo over Messi is that Ronaldo didn't have that natural just talent from kind of just birth.
yeah, yeah,
Ronaldo had to work for it. There are often times where he's been kind of seen at Carrington back at Manchester United in his early days, where he would stay late on his own, just doing the same thing over and over and over again until he
yeah,
got it perfect, just because he wanted to be the best. And fair enough, one of the best players I've ever seen in person live,
yeah,
numerous times. And Lionel Messi as well. I have seen him live on one occasion too. Um, it was actually Chelsea Barcelona. Went to it in Chelsea. I can't remember why
that's
we
cool.
went, but there was 3 of us that went. Me, my dad, and my uncle went. And just I remember seeing Messi. He was about 17 or 18 at the time. He was only
Mhm.
young, and he absolutely tore apart a Chelsea defense of Ashley Cole, John Terry, Carvalho, and just absolutely tore them apart. I've never
Yeah,
seen Ashley Cole end up just on the floor so many times,
yeah,
getting spun. I just the greatest to ever play, in my opinion.
yeah,
He's again 820 odd career goals, 360 plus assists, which is the most complete attacking record of all time.
mhm.
8 Ballon d'Ors. Now I know there's a couple of them that are a bit dubious, but still,
Yeah,
8 Ballon d'Ors, 2022 World Cup winner. Finally got it. He got the Copa America as well. Most goals in a calendar year, and most goals for one club of any player, 672 for Barcelona. Yeah, the two goats for me.
yeah. No, I agree. Shout out to McCullough Mudryk and Ryan Bertrand, but other than that, I mean,
Yeah, honourable mentions and all that. But
yeah, no, I can't really add any more to that.
yeah,
That's. I think I knew going into this we'd both have the same.
yeah, of course they have to
Um,
be.
yeah,
I think on the same level as Maradona for me. I think you can't have any list without him.
yeah.
Without them both, I think you'd be doing a disservice. And then the strikers, I actually kind of struggled
I had
because
mine easy, mate.
I. So one for me was completely obvious was Ronaldo Nazario R9, the
Yeah,
single greatest striker I've ever seen play football. 352 goals. In a relatively short career is outrageous.
yeah,
Two-time Ballon d'Or winner, 97, 2002. Two-time World Cup winner as well. Scoring in the final in 2002, despite being heavily injured as well. Cracked on anyway. Unbelievable goal record anywhere he went. 15 World Cup goals, which is second of all time, considering he only played in, 3 World Cups maybe at most, is outrageous. And then, just unbelievable player, just a complete player. He was strong, he was quick, clinical, he could pass, he had flair. Just, the best striker I've ever seen play. And then, obviously, I very briefly kind of spoiled it earlier, Pele. Obviously, never saw him play, but I just could not think of anyone else that I thought was on that kind of level. So there were a few, and it's a difficult one because obviously 1,281 career goals it's claimed. But how many of them, we don't know because some of his career wasn't documented. So it is difficult, but I'm not going to... He is, I think, the modern way that Brazil play football especially, I think can be credited to him. And just the flair of a player and the way kind of forwards play football was essentially, I think, kind of pioneered by Pele. Just the absolute flair. He was miles better than his competition. He's the only player in history to win 3 World Cups, 58, 62 and 70. You forget he played that late. I thought he was always earlier than that, but he did. He scored 77 goals for Brazil and scored 6 goals at 17 in the 58 World Cup to win. I think he was kind of the first absolute complete player, for a long time widely regarded as one of the greatest of all time. I think I put him in just purely for that. What's your partnership?
So they actually played on 2 separate sides of the city. So I've gone for Wayne Rooney and Sergio Aguero. So Wayne Rooney, obviously 568 appearances, I think, in total, 237 goals, still United's top goal scorer, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously broke through at Everton for 16, man. 16, and he was bold then as well. 16 is incredible. I've got third, so he's actually the third most. He scored the third most goals by a player for any single club in any competitions. 5 Premier League titles, Champions League winner, as I said before, Man United's all-time top goal scorer, England's second top goal scorer, 120 caps. And I would say, as much as it pains me to say it, he's probably one of, if not the best British player I think we've ever seen, other than, for me, it'd be Gareth Bale. But
that is brave.
Just
Michael Owen, I think, for me. But
Michael Owen was, but the problem is Michael Owen peaked so early and then just...
Yeah, he got injured too much.
That's the problem. That's the only reason why I wouldn't have put him in. At 17, 18, he was incredible. Wouldn't he win the Golden Boot at 17 or something ridiculous?
Yeah, and a Ballon d'Or at like 21 or something as well.
He just peaked too early. But that's an argument for that's another topic to write. That's another interesting thing to go through. And obviously he was indicted.
Yeah, McLaren's washed.
Man's washed. He was obviously indicted into the Premier League Hall of Fame as well, which rightfully so. I think. I don't think we'll see another striker like Rooney for a very, very long time, if ever. I think he was just different gravy. I mean, even when he went to MLS, you've got that famous clip of him sprinting back to the halfway line, tackling, still running, and then gets that cross or that assist onto the head. He was something else. And then I won't ever be shifted from my second opinion of Sergio Aguero. Anyone can say whatever they want, and I will never, ever, ever disagree with that.
That is a hot pick for me. That is a hot pick.
508 appearances. Bear in mind he had 175 for Atletico and 74 goals. And then he come to us for 35 million, 275 appearances, 184 goals. Obviously, the famous 93-10 goal against QPR to beat United for our first title on goal difference. My club's all-time goal scorer. Holds the record for the most Premier League hat-tricks in 12, which is kind of nuts if in 10 years. Although I will say I think Haaland's going to beat that. Won 5 league titles, obviously won a Golden Boot. I think, regardless, I think just as a player, he was just a nightmare because he was small. He was never like, you see nowadays for some reason, there's a big influx of really tall, stocky strikers. You've got your likes of Haaland, the Newcastle the one I'm not going to try and pronounce, Kane, Gyökeres, even Sesko. Like, obviously he hasn't got off the board yet, but he's big, isn't he? He's tall.
Very tall, yeah.
Aguero, I always used to say to you, he's just this dumpy little fella that was strong, quick, and the plethora of goals he scored, I will never, ever not recognise him. That's just my personal preference. I know people don't agree with me, but don't care, because...
Yeah, I think Aguero's a real hot shout. I think that's... I reckon, like, if I had to... So, players that I've seen play, I reckon I can name 10 that I reckon are better than Aguero.
No.
I reckon I can do that. So, Ronaldo Nazario. You're telling me Aguero's better than Ronaldo R9?
Well, I never saw him, so I don't know.
What, he played until like 2006 odd?
Yeah, mate, you know me. I started watching football properly in 2003. The other leagues didn't even exist to me as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, fair enough. Henri?
I would never. What?
Better than Henri? Like Shearer?
For me, he's better than Shearer.
That's outrageous. Like, what, Ibrahimovic?
Yeah, no, better than Ibrahimovic.
Benzema?
Yeah, better than Benzema.
Suarez?
Yeah, better than Suarez.
It's outrageous. That's outrageous.
Yeah. Nah, back it. Chest.
Okay, what about... I know, obviously, you never saw him play, but what about, like, theory crafting, like Gerd Muller, Puskas?
Yeah,
tell me better than this, like.
I don't know. I can't. This is the thing. Like, I always base my base my opinions on things that I know, and I never sit there and claim that I watched football back in the 40s, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm not. I feel I can only base my opinions on what I've seen and what I know. So I'm not saying that some of these players aren't better than him. Like Puskas and things, obviously known as amazing players, and they probably are better, but I've never seen them, so I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough.
It wouldn't be fair for me to say, oh yeah, but I'm still sticking with, no, I'm not changing that. Better than Drogba, better than...
Yeah, I give you Drogba, but no, some of them, I think that is wild, I think. That is wild. But yeah, fair enough. I think that's the only one where I inherently disagree with you. Rooney, I think, again, I think if you class it off players that we've seen, I think you can certainly count it. I think for me, Henri, and if it's players that we've seen personally, I think Ronaldo...
I actually forgot about Henri, I'm not going to lie.
And Henri, I think, top it. Wayne Rooney, the only thing... Yeah, obviously that goal, the overhead kick that I saw in person, unbelievable.
I think the only problem with Henri was he didn't do like his massive honours at Arsenal.
I think I don't know. Did it? I think certainly obviously team.
No, obviously, but then he went to Barcelona and won the Champions League and things like that. Like
of course.
Look at that and I'm going to say this now: if obviously Henri, he's fantastic and probably one of the best players we've ever seen in the Prem. If he had stayed at Arsenal, I think he'd have been probably one. I mean, he was one of the all-time greats, but you know where I'm going with that. If he had won the Champions League with Arsenal and won everything that he won at Barcelona with Arsenal, from a Premier League perspective, the opinion would have been different, and I would have really struggled to say that he was not better than Aguero.
So that's outrageous claims, but yeah, that's outrageous.
Sticking to it. I forgot about Henri. I'm not changing my list, mate. That's done.
Fair enough.
Right, if I have to change it, Rooney can go back to Everton, and we'll chuck Henri instead of Rooney.
Yeah, it's outrageous. If you have Rooney and Henri, I think it's the two, or Shearer, if you're going to do that way. But Shearer, I'll give you. You might not have seen play, but
I did see him play. Just bun him, innit?
Just bun him. Fair. That's enough of that before I start fighting. I start fighting. So, yeah. Some honourable mentions: Buffon, Baresi, Johan Cruyff, Di Stefano, Xavi, Iniesta, George Best, Van Basten, and Platini. They were the kind of some of them.
And Emil Heskey. And
Emil Heskey, Titus Bramble, all of the good stuff there. And then manager, I think there's only one option, Sir Alex Ferguson. If you've got Pep,
if we wasn't already 1 hour 20 deep in this, I would, yeah.
It's got to be Sir Alex. He's the most decorated manager of all time. Just tactical masterclass. He pretty much innovated the game constantly. I don't know, like the impossible dream in '99 as well. I don't know what else. There's no other manager for me that you can have. If you've got Pep, we might as well just end now because that's
right.
Outrageous.
Thanks for watching, guys.
That is pure bias for some of your picks. That is outrageous.
Man's won 2 trebles, countless league titles, countless cups. Has changed the modern game. I don't know. I don't think it's a crazy shout. I really don't.
That's outrageous. No. I don't think.
No. Hear me out. I don't think. I get it, right? Sir Alex, incredible. I get it. Like, and if you were to say Sir Alex, I don't think anyone's going to ever argue. But to say that Pep's nowhere near is ridiculous. That's absolutely outrageous.
Top 5, yeah.
If he's not first, he's second.
I think Ancelotti potentially.
Right,
I don't even think Pep's the best Premier League manager in the last 10 years.
Give it a rest.
I think Klopp was a better pound for pound manager than Pep.
Do you know what? Me and you, no chance, bruv. No.
Pep's sort of like,
you having me on? No.
Pound for pound, yeah. Look at the money spent.
Don't give me that nonsense.
Nothing. Always a net positive.
I hate that argument. Oh, well, Liverpool didn't have any money, so pound for pound. No.
They had a lot of money, they just didn't spend.
It's not enough, man. No, I think honours and trophies speak for themselves. That's
so
what
Ferguson,
I'm saying.
49 trophies.
What?
Ferguson, most decorated of all time.
All I'm saying is I'm sticking with my answer, but I would not be mad if it was a democracy and Sir Alex was top. Like, I'm not. Obviously, it's biased. I get that.
Oh, God,
I'm not even going to sit there and say huh?
Outrageous.
No, I just think... genuinely what annoys me is that people make it out like Pep is a terrible manager.
Oh, it's not. Obviously, no.
Obviously, Sir Alex is... like, I wouldn't be mad, is what I'm saying. Like, if someone was saying me Sir Alex is the greatest manager, I wouldn't go, absolutely not, is my point.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate the fact that he, you know, all the things he achieves and everything. I don't think anyone's ever going to say no, but yeah, I think I'm biased, and I own it. That's fine.
I kept bias out of mine, to be fair. I purposely did.
I did until the striker and the manager.
And the mid, I think, De Bruyne. But
that was an honourable mention, in fairness.
Was it? Oh, fair enough. I'll let you
it was Xavi and Iniesta, wasn't it? I put.
Oh, yeah. Fair play. Yeah, no, I'll give you that one. But yeah, that's obviously differing kind of views, especially towards the end. Got a bit definitely. I think some outrageous calls. But do we want to end on predictions? Very, very quickly.
We can quickly run over because we have been running quite a while.
Quite a while. So let's very, very quickly. Any sort of Europa League, the only ones I think. Real Betis, Nottingham.
That's a Betis win.
You think? 2-1. I think it'd be a draw. I'll give it a draw.
Oh, 2-1 Betis.
Yeah, fair enough. And then Villa, Bologna.
Bologna are going to win that.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think Villa are just too... They're just not on it.
I think they'll get a point, but I don't think it'd be pretty. And then... Premier League, will just rattle through very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Brentford United and going United win.
That could be a 0-0, you know. Or it could
very,
be
very easily could be.
2-0 United.
Yeah, fair enough. Chelsea Brighton, I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Crystal Palace Liverpool. You know what? I'm going to go draw. I'm going to say 2-2.
I'm going to say a 2-1 Palace win.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening. But we'll see. Leeds, Bournemouth. I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
That's going to be crap.
0-0. Yeah, possibly. Man City, Burnley. I say 3-0 City.
This could either be a 5-0 or a 0-0. 2-0.
Faith. Yeah, Nottingham, Sunderland. I'm going to go 1-0 Nottingham.
I'll go 1-1. I think Sunderland nicked something at last minute.
Yeah, and then Tottenham Wolves, I've got 2-0 Tottenham.
Yeah, 2-0 Tottenham.
Villa Fulham, I've got. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to say 2-1 Villa. I think they're going to get a win.
I'll go 1-0 Villa.
And then Newcastle Arsenal, I've got 1-0 Arsenal.
I'm going to say because they beat them 3 times last season.
True.
2-1 on Newcastle.
And then the final game, Everton West Ham, I'm going to say 1-0 Everton.
Anything other than an Everton win is just despicable.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. At least we agree on something today. But yeah, I think that is all. We've obviously got a bit of a longer one today.
Yeah.
Other than that, obviously I'll speak to you, but before you go away. But yes, yeah, obviously have a good honeymoon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was interesting. So I think if people like the lists, we can do some more because I'm sure there'll be a lot of contention in different lists and things like that. Because that was quite fun. I enjoyed that. So,
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Okay then. Well, thank you very much for listening. Again, all the standard links will be in the description. You'll see clips from us later this week. Yeah, I think other than that, there is nothing else from me.
No, thanks for listening, and drop us your all-time 11s.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely. I'll just see the entire Newcastle 1999 team or something.
Newcastle 99.
First thing that comes to my head. Right. On that note,
thanks for listening, guys.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye bye.